and bonjour. This is another episode of the Kalpana and Bruno show. I'm actually in France, in Brittany here. It's been very hot, although yesterday there was a huge storm in Brittany. And we're going to talk about, of course, LARVOL-CLIN, the Google map of cancer data, and give a demo, especially talking about ESMO GI, and especially talking about how our AI interface, our chat interface now works. Now, before passing the microphone to Kalpana, I've got a general comment on AI. So in our case, we use AI as two different levels. We use it upstream to extract, clean up, organize, annotate the data. And then we use it downstream to help our customers, our users, understand, analyze, and consume the data. And today, what Kalpana is going to demonstrate is how our UI now allow to ask any questions to the data in LARVOL-CLIN. And the theme behind it, some people use the term ephemeral AI. And I always find it fascinating, this idea that in the old days, very recently, when you wanted to consume data, you had a bunch of analytics, a bunch of user interface elements, filters, search, various graphics that were set. And now the idea is that increasingly, they're not set. You ask whatever you want, and the AI, the chatbot, responds. So there's a bit of wind here, so I'm going to go unmute. And Kalpana, the floor is yours.
Yeah, thank you, Bruno. You're in France, and I'm still in India. So, hi from India. Okay, so this would be more like a continuation of our previous calls. So I would like to show you the chatbot, a brief intro. So today I have picked Breakwater trial, which is the recent ESMO GI release. So here in chatbot, I have just asked, like, give me the latest data release for Breakwater trial. So that is a simple question I have asked. So our chatbot has given the executive summary as such, where what is the Breakwater trial about and what is the recent formal publication. So we can see like in Annals of Oncology. So in May 31st, we got one publication, and also there is this data release. So the conference linked update is from July 4th. So the entire updated data, you can find it in the chatbot itself. Whereas probably outside, it might take some time. If you are typing for Breakwater trial or any other latest data, it might take some time. But in our database, since we are updating real time, so we can see in our chatbot the recent data and also how accurately we are coding the entire details. So that is a brief intro of all the chatbot I would like to mention. Okay. So for the data, what I asked, the executive summary, the data releases, the latest data releases in the reverse chronological order are given, and the trial snapshot, like what is the trial about? It is a phase 3 trial, registrational trial, and a brief intro of the key population details, like it is a previously treated, untreated one. So that is the first line, metastatic colorectal cancer with BRAF V600E mutation. And it is sponsored by Pfizer, active, not recruiting. So the entire trial history is mentioned. And then we have the latest data release details, ESMO GI 2026. So what is the data release that has happened and why it matters? So this information is also given here. So I would like to ask the audience here, like, would it be a good topic or good thing if we link this Breakwater to our trial details page in CLIN, not outside of CLIN, within CLIN, we have the Breakwater 360 page, right? So it would be a good thing if we hyperlink or not. So if someone is watching the podcast, they can comment so that we can start working on it. Okay. And moving ahead, we have the KOL engagement and sentiment, which is which I would say, like, which is one of our greatest USPs. We do track all the sentiment details of that particular trial, which are again curated based on the sentiment. How many strongly positive, how many positive, neutral, negative, and not rated tweets are posted or exposed are there for this particular trial, we do have those details. And you can see the stats over here. 83 oncologists, the 6,000 plus oncologists whom we are tracking. Out of that, 83 expos are saying like this trial is strongly positive. 100 are saying positive, which is not a bad thing. So that's a great thing actually. 9 are neutral. Of course, for every trial there might be certain loopholes. So we see 17 negative uh, posts on that. So if you wanted to see like what are those negative tweets, we can go to the trial 360 page, or we can go to the specific abstract in ESMO GI and see like what are the negative tweets that are there for breakwater trial. And going down, we have the influencer details, like who are the top engaged voices for this particular trial. So Rishabh Jain is the topmost, followed by Kathy Eng and Null, Dr. Amol, and Dr. Nicholas. I'm sorry if I'm spelling it wrong, but these are the details. And based on the social pattern, based on all the expos, the opinions from oncologists, we conclude this is a practice changing frontline CRC trial. And there is high enthusiasm. Of course, there might be a negative commentary, but as we mature the data, it might be a good trial. And from whatever the inferences that are made above, you can see all the references here. And if you want to go deeper, it is also providing certain options. Apart from this, you can also ask your specific questions. So with this, I could say like ours is the latest data, and also it is backed up scientifically. So any questions on this, please do post to us.
So right now, are you able to ask the AI to compare the data from this year from, I don't know, data from a previous year?
Yes, we can do that. Should we do live?
Sure.
So I have submitted like compare the data release from this year to previous and prepare a table. Ignore the spelling error, please.
I couldn't resist but jump in and tell you, Kalpana, that you type really fast.
Thank you.
We could hear that.
So sorry.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah. So these are the data releases that happened in 2026 versus 2025. In 2026, there are quite a good number of releases. And in 2025, these are the releases.
I actually have a question, if you don't mind, Bruno and Kalpana. So I understand that we are integrating AI, and now we have the chatbot, of course, which is active. How much of what kind of technology are we using for this chatbot, and how much of this is disclosed? I mean, do we want to disclose publicly? Because I'm deliberately asking that question because there's plenty of companies building AI chatbots, everything like that. Everybody's talking agents and things like that. How is this giving us the edge that we really want to communicate? And by the way, we are being watched by quite a few people. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in. But yeah, Bruno or Kalpana, if you'd like to take that question.
Just a comment on that. So at the beginning of the call, I made the difference between the upstream and the downstream. The uniqueness of what we do is in the upstream, is actually the speed at which we can produce high quality structured data about various topics, and especially conference release data. How people would analyze it and consume it, there's multiple approaches, and I would argue that none of them are absolutely unique. So we use the most recent LLM to power our search. We could actually even shift from ChatGPT to Gemini to Claude as need be. But really the uniqueness is the data itself, rather than the way it's formatted or presented.
Yes.
So it's basically, keep going. It's basically being built on LARVOL-CLIN itself, which is the upside. That's what you're saying. Uh, Sorry for the
Correct.
interruption. I'll go on mute. The weather's looking very good, by the way, on your side, Bruno. I don't know, it might not be feeling as good, but it's looking really nice. Over to you, Kalpana.
Yeah. So going back to your question, Bruno, like what changed from 2025 to 2026? So here you can see like in 2025, the center of gravity moved from does it work to how best it work. And in 2026, the outputs are less about proving the original regimen and more about like whether the drugs fulfiri is working in cohort 3 or not. So these are the major changes that are done from 2025 to 2026. So you can see the detailed things. In 2026, broadened the program beyond the original folk-centered story and what is the biological rationale that is done in 2026. So these are the changes. And we do have the side-by-side interpretation table also. Pivotal efficacy and 2026, it is a mature data and expansion. What is the lead regimen focus? So earlier it was EC plus cetuximab plus folfiri 6. And in 2026, it really took into consideration the quality of life and molecular analysis. Of course, the remaining things are also there, but yeah. Okay.
Terrific.
Yeah.
So I know we're getting toward the end pretty soon. I think you have also some good news with
Yes.
regard to our conference participation.
Yes.
Tell us about that.
Yeah. We have already made a social post on that, but I just wanted to voice out in this podcast. So we have 8 abstracts accepted for ESMO. So that's a great achievement. 4 of them are posters and 4 of them are e-posters. So which include AI-powered clinical decision support. The next one is toxicity scoring, what we have done, efficacy and survival prediction. Next is the trial design evaluation. The fourth area is evidence scoring framework, and the next one is the trial selection for NMA, the network meta-analysis.
So
these are the
all of these are based on data
yeah,
part of CLIN. Some of them are done in partnership with academic centers, right?
correct. 2 of them we have submitted with in collaboration with oncologists.
Do you have the name of the academic centers or oncologists that we worked with?
Yes. The toxicity score is in collaboration with Dr. Anil and Dr. Nimmal, and the multiple myeloma treatment decision making is in collaboration with Dr. Karsrock.
Kersrock, okay, from UC San Diego. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I
So
think
here,
that's excellent.
yes. So here you can see like Bruno, like you are based in US, we are in India, and Dr. Nimmal and Dr. Anil, like we are widespread. We are covering all the geographical locations.
Of course, it's beautiful. It's beautiful to work across all of people from, you know, across all the borders. It's always great to connect, and of course, there's so many beautiful things that we are able to do together. It's a pleasure. I'd like to acknowledge once again everybody who tuned in. They were okay, yeah, appreciate it, and we really appreciate questions as well. So please jump in with as many questions as you can at any point of time. Even let's suppose if we miss them, or you are seeing this on repeat, not live. You can still post your questions. We might be able to answer them in the next particular episode. But appreciate everybody who tuned in. I'd like to thank you for your time, Kalpana and Bruno. Thank you for standing in so much heat and still being able to do the episode. Thank you very much for that. Anything as we go out from either one of you?
I would like to mention probably in the next podcast, I would like to give hint. Not in the next or in the upcoming ones, we can show our rationale behind doing the AI or building the SOC map for the regimens in the key populations. So that would be a great topic. So stay tuned.
Thank you very much, everybody who tuned in. Au revoir.
Thank you.